So here we've got a 87 535 BMW. All factory lighting. We're going to be changing up these with the Holley RetroBright. Got the low beams on. I'll show you the output in just a moment. The RetroBright's going to retain that factory, period specific look, but with modern day LED lighting. We'll show you how that all comes together in just a moment. And these are the factory halogen low beams. You can see they're very narrow. And those are the high beams. It's almost as if the high beams sort of point to the left, which is a little strange. But if you just take a look at the low beam output, it's very centered, not very wide. We'll see how that all changes with the Holleys. And here's a quick lux reading of the low beams. I think we hit about 154 max lux there, depending on where you're reading it. But that's pretty low for modern day standards. All right, dropped in the two new Holley RetroBright on the driver's side. I think once all four are installed, you're really not gonna be able to tell what's what, because like I said, they really retain that period specific look. They look like an old school halogen reflector light. The color is actually very similar to one. This one comes in two different options in terms of color. One will be like a modern day LED look, that hyper white, and the other one will be more of the old school color, which is a warmer white color. Those are the factory ones on the driver's side. Super easy installation. Remove the grille surround, remove these two chrome rings, pop in the new light. They come with splitters, so you can activate both the low and high beam on each side. Original factory setup is low beam, then you got the high beam. On this, you have dual low, dual high. All right, so this is our low beam only. Again, you have an additional low beam now in that high beam section. So you'll have all four assemblies on in low and high beam. And the color looks pretty much identical to the halogen, which is amazing what these can do. Not only does it look original, the color, look original when it's off, when it's on, it's the same thing. Barely a change in color temperature. You can really only tell in person. In the video, it's pretty hard, but you can see they're much brighter. I'll show you the output in just a moment. All right, so all four Holleys are installed now. And this is low beam only. You can see significantly brighter than the factory halogens. When you flip up the high beams, we center it off a little bit better. The light output gets a little bit brighter above the cutoff beam and produces a good high beam. But overall, huge improvement. And they are reflector setups, so you're not gonna see that crispy, sharp cutoff line like you normally do on a projector setup, but in order to keep that look, that's what it really comes down to. So you can see how the optics work, very similar to the factory ones, except it has an LED light source. And if you didn't know any better, you'd probably think that's a standard halogen light. All right, remember, so we're using all four as low beams, so you see a massive intensity increase. We're pretty much up to nearly 800 lux from 150, or a lot of times even less, so even hit over 800. So what is that, 6 times brighter? Pretty incredible. A lot more consistent as well. The original halogens, they had an intensity zone, but it fell off pretty quickly. And here I'm measuring the intensity in the 700s and high 600s in various points of the beam pattern. So big improvement. And again, you retain that period correct look. You guys have any questions, you can find these on the website, contact us. It's info@lightwerkz.net. We'd be happy to help you out. And these come in the 5 3/4 round as well as the 7-inch round. So they're going to fit a variety of different old school models. So check them out, let us know what you think, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel.